The 2014 Tour of California will be one of the first races to feature cameras on bikes. This is an issue that's still being worked out, and it's always been quite a hotly debated topic. Dustin Brady from Shimano is here to explain a bit more about how the cameras are going to be used and the wider issues. So Dustin, this is one of the first races where cameras have been allowed on bikes by the UCI. Is it still in a testing phase?
Yeah, it's definitely still in a testing phase at the moment. You know, all the parties agree that this is a great opportunity to add excitement to the race, bring users into the experience of what's going on at the core of the race instead of from the outside pointing in. And there's just a lot of things to work out. There's a lot of moving parts, but it's definitely going in that direction.
And what about the positioning of the cameras? Are they on specific riders' bikes? And if so, how are they positioned on those bikes?
We're trying to spread it out throughout the Peloton, but really, you know, we're kind of looking at going on the lead-out guys, on the rear saddles of the lead-out guys for the sprints, kind of pointing back at the action going on at the back for, you know, whether it's Degenkolb or Danny Summerhill to kind of take off at the sprint, see how it goes.
Somehow you managed to arrange to have cameras on bikes at this race. Can you explain a little bit about how that happened?
Yeah, you know, I mean, Neil, in North America, the educational curve for the average person to understand the sport of cycling is steep. And so if we can take the methodology that NASCAR used with the in-car camera and apply that to cycling and really show what these guys go through in a pro Peloton, you know, is an obligation of ours. Having worked with the Shimano sport camera and the brackets were really the key thing in getting the approval process to make sure that we had something that was strong enough to support any type of environment. If it were the cobblestones of Paris-Roubaix, these cameras would still withhold that abuse and not fall off and hit somebody.
And so where exactly will we see the footage from the riders' bikes? When and where?
Right. So we're still in a passive mode, meaning that we're recording and then we have to wait until the race is over with and pull those cards and then quickly summarize that into 30, 60-second spots that we'll hand off to NBC Sports Network that will incorporate that into our summary show. So with our engineers and the engineers from the Shimano Sport Camera, you know, they're going to be looking at how do we make that real time. You know, that we're going to be looking at some new Bluetooth technology. We're looking at apps and how we can take that real-time data and be able to share that with our live viewing audience is the long-term goal and objective here.
Dustin, how do the riders feel about the weight that this may add to the bikes?
Well, it definitely was a concern of ours because we know riders have a concern about weight, but yesterday we kind of had very good indication. The United Healthcare guys went out for a test ride training, rode it on their handlebars, and they're very happy because they say they can't even feel it. So we're really confident that we're going to really bring some good camera action to the Peloton this week.
Great, thanks. We're really looking forward to seeing the coverage. We're going to catch up with Logan von Boekel of Velonews to find out a bit more about the broader issues around cameras in racing. You mentioned Craddock's concern on weight. How much would one of these things typically weigh?
They're like, I want to say a couple hundred grams, maybe. It's minimal. Like you could switch to an aluminum or from an aluminum bar to a carbon bar, aluminum railed saddle to a carbon railed saddle, and that could be the weight difference right there.
But what do you think that the cameras will bring to coverage and the fan and media experience?
You know, I'm excited about it. It brings a new aspect to the viewer's experience, and even with the Tour of California, and they're doing during primetime viewing on NBC Sports, they'll have the footage from the cameras cut and edited, and it'll only be a 60-second, 90-second spot, but it's definitely going to open the door to some really interesting race coverage in the future, and hopefully, you know, live race coverage in the Peloton. It just brings a lot more. I mean, they can overlay a lot of different things with the cameras. Shimano's got some awesome technology with that, with Di2 and the cameras interaction together. So excited to see what it can mean for the sport in the long term. So hopefully the UCI is flexible with it and they continue to work with race promoters.
Great, Logan, thanks. Well, let us know your thoughts on cameras in pro racing in the comments below.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!